Peace.
But the reason I got on that show and the reason Lord Jamar, I feel, wasn't successful because all you have to do is get on one point and be like, okay, where's that curvature on the body, that body of water right there? Where's the curvature? Guys, 3, 2, 1. Brenda, what it is, what it is, what it is. Said Brenda, what it is, what it is.
What
Brenda,
up, B?
Yeah.
what's up? What's up, Brenda?
Yeah.
Don't come on here calling me no asshole, man. You know you're gonna get that
Why
work
not?
every time.
Why
not?
can't
Because
you
come in.
take? Why?
Brenda, because I did take responsibility for what I said.
No, you still haven't.
Brenda, you said he showed his passport, correct?
Right.
And then you said what? You said it didn't show it. What did you say? Please repeat that so I'm not wrong.
Have you already forgotten? Right.
Just
So because Union Glacier
okay.
is part of the territories of Chile, they
Okay.
don't stamp them in or out going
Okay.
from Punta
Okay.
Arenas
So how did
to Union Glacier. So it wouldn't have
cool.
made the difference anyway. But
Cool.
you made the big
Cool.
deal out of it.
Brenda, no.
That's why.
Brenda, but I also said what else did I say, Brenda? What else did I say, Brenda? I said what? Airplane tickets, Brenda. Receipts, Brenda. Airplane tickets, Brenda.
You mean
Receipts,
the
Brenda.
airplane tickets?
Airplane tickets, Brenda. Receipts, Brenda. Airplane tickets, Brenda. Receipts, Brenda. Airplane tickets, Brenda. Receipts, Brenda. You are banished for tonight.
So
peace out, Brenda. Next time. I will see you next time. All right. So anyway,
I think he's just looking for moral victory. So
yeah. Like,
you're not gonna get any moral victory, Brenda. I mean, Brendan. Sorry, Brendan.
You know, Brenda over there coming on here cussing me out. Man, you crazy, Brenda. Brenda, yo, chill, man. Next time. All right, next time. But yeah, no, I hear you, Brenda. It's good that he showed his thing. All they had to do was say that. It's that simple. If they said, yo, they didn't stamp our passports, I'd be like, okay, what's next? Airplane tickets. Here's the thing, man. I really don't want to talk about this final thing right here, but if I were to ask you, Dojo, if I were to ask you, Disclord, you guys didn't go to Japan or you didn't go to China, wherever you said that you claimed you went, the first thing, your first order of business is going to show me all the shit that you accumulated on your way to that damn place that will show that you were there. You'd be like, look, here's the tickets. Here's the passport stamps. Here's some chopsticks I got while I was fucking there because I like porcelain chopsticks. Everything that you could show to demonstrate that you were there, you will show before you start providing, other evidences. You're going to provide the easy stuff. So really, that's all I asked for. If they provided it, great. If they didn't, well, why not? That's all. You ain't got to be coming on here talking shit, flapping your damn proverbial gums, talking mess. Good grief. Crazy.
I'd also bring back some souvenirs as well, just to demonstrate that I've been to Japan.
Thank you.
Like sushi, cooking utensils.
Yeah.
Japanese paraphernalia.
Yeah. One of the things that I showed these guys was I got a bottle of habusaki. I don't know if you're familiar with it, but habusaki is the bottle of sake with the snake on the inside of it. I don't know if you've ever seen that. Habusaki, some real good stuff.
Well, I'm not sure about that one, but I'm pretty sure Japan has a lot of like good souvenirs.
Oh yeah.
But what souvenirs did they bring back from Antarctica?
Yeah, I think they got some shirts. They got some shirts and right, but you could get these same shirts at fucking whatchamacallit. You know what I'm saying? You can get them same shirts at damn Walmart or something. But let me show you guys this right here. So if I was in Japan, right? One of the things I like to do is I like to give my friends, every time I go to Okinawa, I like to give them a bottle of this stuff. And every time I go, it's like clockwork. I always bring back some of this. You see it?
Yeah.
That's it. Habusaki.
Yeah, that stuff with animals in it, I just no, I just don't do that.
That's kind of like reserved for New Year celebration,
Exactly.
birthdays, 21st, something
Yep.
like that.
Snake in there chilling, look blind than a motherfucker. But look at him. He's excited. He's like, man, I'm drunk for the rest of my life. That snake is excited as hell.
Yeah, it makes you a man when you
Yep.
drink it.
Exactly. Oh God. That's all right. I'll be a little pansy. But I get it from my friends. You know what I'm saying? And what's crazy is I never bought a bottle for myself. I'm always buying bottles for other people. I'm always every time that's the thing. Every time I travel, unless like I really, really need something, I buy for everybody else. I don't buy shit for me at all. I'm like, I make sure everybody good. And I'm like, just as long as I got me something to eat, something to drink, and I had a good ass time and I got to see everything I got to see, all the other shit is for everybody else. I don't need nothing else. I got everything I need.
That's what life is all about, blood,
Yep.
eating, drinking, dancing, singing, and like the way that the world is constructed, it takes away from that, where we're
Mm,
constantly having a battle, like the lies. And because we're
mhm,
battling the lies, it means like a 48-hour week, working week.
mm.
It means like
48 hours.
sacrificing. Well, like most people would work, like nowadays it's like 10 hours minimum a day
Yeah.
just to
Okay.
survive.
Yeah.
Like Americans have it pretty bad. Like, like most Americans I know works, if not two jobs, some even
Mhm.
work three jobs, so just to make ends meet.
That's true.
And, a lot of it is just to distract us away from like this harmony that we should be existing in, where we're dancing, singing, laughing, crying, all
Yeah.
that good stuff.
Yeah, experiencing life with other people, man, that want to experience life. And there's nothing wrong with that. I think this is part of the globe lie. I've said it before that they want you to make everything being physical. To me, the reason I want to I give people these trinkets and these souvenirs every time I travel is because I want them to experience much of what I experience. But there's no experiencing Japan unless you go to Japan. There's no experiencing these other cultures unless you go. The best I could do is bring back some candy, is bring back an object of what that place, what represents that place. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I wish you could have been there to experience Japan. Here's a fan. I don't know, big old giant Japanese fan. You could put it on your wall, all kinds of stuff. Here's a kabuki statuette. That's the best I could do. Um, and people like accumulating shit. Me, I don't. I really, really don't. I've been in the process of getting a lot of the things that I've been owning and burning it. I've been burning a lot of shit. So things that I keep typically are books, um, musical instruments that I play, and I found a lot of solace in the books that I collect. And of course, writing instruments. I have a lot of shit for writing because I love to write. Um, but at the end of the day, like when you go, there's not going to be a coffin with me in it and then a coffin with my stuff. And then God's going to be like, "Hey man, did you bring your trousers with you? You bring your robe? Okay, cuz you're going to need that. It's kind of cold in there. So, or it's kind of hot in there. So you won't need all that shit that way you going, homie." So, I think even with the globe, they make you think everything is tangible. You got to have it. You have to touch it. You have to be able to touch it. That's not at all what this. It's starting to appear now that much of this world isn't what you can touch, but what you can see and some of what you could sense to some degree. To some degree, but it's not all palpable.
Well, that is the battleground. The battleground is the fight essentially between the materialistic worldview and what I would term as the holographic worldview. Because, like, I've settled upon this particular word now. I no longer call it a simulation, because when I say the word simulation, it invokes something that is synthetic
Yes,
and not real. But this is absolutely real,
sure
like,
is.
and because it's absolutely real, it's not materialistic though. It's holographic in nature, which means that it's encoded with what I would term as like a trapped imperfection. Like none of us are leaving this matrix here. if you really want to like leave the matrix, you have to test the perfection, which means that you have to jump off a building and then see what happens to you if you dare. And then if you dare, you might be able to fly. And that's really what we want here. Because if it's holographic, I can guarantee you that we can reconstruct this reality, we can hack into the code, and we can give ourselves those powers to fly, to sing, to shoot lightning from the hand. But to the gods themselves, like those constructs are kind of like playthings. This world where like the rules are real, there's a riddle here. And the riddle, solving the riddle is how we have fun. You know, like the moment when you first kiss your wife, the moment when you first see your child, those things are the most real things. Not flying. We can do that when we go back. We can fool ourselves to think that we can fly without wings, you know, but like these other things, our children, our family and all that, that's what really matters. And that's part of the reason why they try to create a Big Bang universe. When they create a Big Bang universe, what happens is that it becomes material. Everything is separated. Okay, but in a holographic universe or in a holographic construct, nothing is separated except for our personalities, our spirits, our distinctions within ourselves. And that to me is always what they're hiding. And that's constantly what I'm looking at when I'm going forward.
Mm-hmm.
And then so I liked what Larry had to say the other day. He said that I left TFE in my rear view mirror. I'm not paying attention to that. I'm paying attention to the stars. I'm paying attention to like, where are the aliens? Where's the curve? Where are the pictures of Earth from space? Like I looked the other day, I tried to go looking for like photos of the sun from space.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't get one. They didn't get one until 2022. And it was
Yeah.
composite.
Yeah.
Like,
And this is the simple stuff that we're talking about. It's the small things that anybody could do them. Well, I take that back. Anybody with all that equipment and all that money that you claim, that you're describing the world a certain way. Give that world to us. Don't just say, well, that's what it is. And then we're asking you for this information because this is what we've paid for. And you come up empty-handed. You come up like this. And then when we provide to you something that's real, this earth not moving and this earth being flat, you call us idiots. You call us fools.
and that's why you owe us an apology, Brenda or Brendan. Sorry, that's why you owe us an apology. Like the arrogance and the conceit that you have coming onto Vlad's channel, your host, you're the guest, and you're demanding an apology.
And then she said I was a dick. She called me a Richard. And then she said that I was an asshole too. And then I was like, Brenda, all right, now I'm going to make fun of you. Now I'm going to be a total retard with you. And I'm going to act stupid and I'm going to be extra immature. And so when Brenda comes on, I'm going to put my immature hat. You guys got to forgive me. And I got to give Brenda the same work that she gives us. Unfortunately, Brenda's 66 years old. Did you know that? She's older than everybody in this Joker, except for Professor Phil.
Well, like, yeah, well, she's lucky or he's lucky that you're a very good host. So, like other hosts may actually take her to task, take her out the back door, do a few nasty things to her. But yeah, I think it's not worth it. So, but yeah, I guess part of the reason why I came on here was just because, yeah, Brenda wasn't going to be a very good guest. And then so.
Bad Brenda. Bad person. Bad person. Brenda, next time I'm going to bring the digital belt and I'm going to beat your digital icon. I'm going to beat you. She had the nerve to call me Richard. How dare her? You're being a dick, Vlad, and you owe me an apology. I was like, bitch.
I'm gonna double talk and say like this. It's rude. It's rude.
Yeah, I'm rude. I'm like, oh Lord, have mercy, Brenda. But you know what, man? And there's so much craziness going on out here, man. I take what Brenda says with a grain of salt, and I just treat it as lighthearted pish posh, or the English say some shit like that, jib job, with the
Brenda
accent and
loves
shit.
it. Brenda's having so much fun doing that stuff.
You know, she does, man. She does
Getting a
acting
kick
up.
out of it. Yeah.
Yeah. Brenda called me a Richard, man. Had the nerve to do me like that. It's all good though. It's all good. So yeah, man. We have quite a bit. I tell you what. I tell you what. Now that we're putting the final experiment in our rear view, kind of like Larry said. Um, we're looking forward. We're looking coming down the pike for um other experiments, future experiments. And now we're talking about going to the north, going to the North Pole. I mean, why the hell not? Why the hell not?
That's where I always wanted us to go.
Yeah.
Remember
Just
back in the day with what's his name? Mark. What was his name?
Sergeant.
No, not Mark Sargent, but the Quasiluminous. Quasiluminous were that's many years ago. When was it?
Oh no.
2000.
I was gonna
I
say
don't
I don't
remember.
know. But
2015 or 14.
I know uh you and
Quasi
Awakened
was talking about
Nemesis.
it. Yeah.
I know you and Awakened Nemesis um have been saying that we should go ahead and go north. Voy, what's going on, Voy?
What is going on? Good day.
Hey, good day to you, man. Good day to you, my good sir.
Greeting, boy.
I heard you say the North Pole, and like you said before, let's leave it in the rear view mirror, right? I'm there with you, Vlad. I'm pretty much done with all the
Yeah.
back and forth talking about it. It's getting nowhere. It's getting childish. It's been childish for weeks, and we've heard everything there is to say. I don't really even care whether it's right or wrong now. We just got to leave it there for a couple of weeks, I guess, or months even,
Mm-hmm.
because it's just people just get to carried away with it. That's
Yeah.
It's become a whole new thing now.
Yeah, it's got its own legs, and it's become something just well out of our control. And it is. Oh, Flat Earth Recon, what's going on? Sam Abusaya, everybody, what's going on, Sam? Richard, a penis. So Rich, I said because she called me a dick. Flat Earth Recon. She called me a dick, and another word for dick or another name for dick is Richard in English. People call other people dick, like
Yeah.
Dick Clark, Dick Gregory, or Dick Van Dyke. The long word for dick is Richard. But
Yep.
I just play on words. That's me.
Hey, so but actually, addressing the North Pole, that's a good remedy for it. That will
Yes.
always. But I would like to
Yes.
say this: the North Pole doesn't exist anymore, guys.
I'm sorry. What do you mean?
Well, first of all, it used to be called the North Pole, and there used to be a North Pole.
Right.
Well, look on your map. It's not on your map.
Well, the map doesn't have it, but
Yeah.
globe-
Right.
Any
So
globe doesn't have it, but it used to be
Mhm.
on the globe. It used to be on the globe. It used to be
Yeah.
on the map. It's not. And
Hmm.
if there's a region there, it's called the Arctic. And
Okay.
it's like, if you look up North Pole now on Google, if you Google North Pole images, you will find a lot of images that will lead you to empty pages.
Yes.
Or that
Right. It
so
looks
that
like a
happens.
big empty plane. Right.
like no, you get empty links. You get like this link doesn't exist. The picture is still there, but the link to the page doesn't exist anymore because the page was about the North Pole. This happened to me. Like, it's a Mandela effect, dude. The North Pole disappeared.
What?
Yeah. I'm not kidding you. I remember as a young child back in the 80s and the 90s that there were frightening everybody with the melting of the ice, right?
Yeah, global
Also,
warming and stuff, for
right.
sure.
And so they were also making plans like who's the first one that's going to drill for oil on the North Pole, right?
Right.
Is it going to be Russia? Is it going to be Shell? Those were discussions, and I remember those topics, and I looked it up, and those topics are still there. There might be the question or a picture about it, but the page doesn't exist anymore. There never was a discussion about drilling on the
Oh,
North
they
Pole
got
doesn't exist anymore, guys.
they're
It,
eating up the internet.
They
it
got that
doesn't.
massive AI fucking with the internet, you know?
Yeah.
That too. I mean, it's one. They're not mutually exclusive. I think it's both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're getting rid of a lot of information on the web. And if you notice, anytime you look for anything on the web, you ask a question, they don't provide you links immediately. They have the AI give you an answer. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
but
saying? That's off the
that's
rip.
how it is now. But I'm talking
Yeah.
about. I did this research like 6 or 8 years ago.
Oh,
So it's a different game now, right? But you'll get similar results. So
mhm.
it doesn't exist anymore, guys. The North Pole. It's just now the Arctic Ice Sea. That's what it's called.
Oh, wow. So now they
Yeah,
even changing the name.
yeah,
Wow. So our Awakened Nemesis asking a good question. So what's our compasses pointing at now?
yeah, yeah. I hear you.
Yeah,
I hear.
so it's like, so that's crazy because we still have a North Pole. Doesn't matter, or some we still have something that our compasses are being attracted to that tell us this is north.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
A North Pole.
But don't you guys remember there being land under the ice? I remember
Yeah,
land under the ice.
Land under the ice of the North Pole,
Yeah.
yeah.
under the
Growing up,
ice.
growing up when we were looking at the maps, especially when I opened up the encyclopedias and the atlases when I was younger,
Right.
I vaguely remember that there were if not land underneath the ice, then a whole lot of ice just within
Yes,
the
sitting in the
yes,
north.
yeah, sitting in the
Okay.
north. But when you go
Huh.
to Google Earth now and you look at the Arctic North on Google Earth, it's just ocean.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's kind of like a Mandela effect where all of us remember land or ice or Arctic ice in
Yeah.
the north. And now it's just completely memory hold.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there is something very strange going on up there. And maybe Awakened Nemesis is correct. It's a sleight of hand. Here, guys, look at Antarctica.
Right.
Look at
Yeah.
Antarctica.
Pay
Don't look up
special
north.
attention to the ends of the earth. And my thing is those guys didn't even bother going to the 80th parallel. And that's where we really need them to go. We need them to go to the edge, the very end of the earth, and see what's this barrier. Because apparently there's a barrier. I'd like to see it, or I'd like to experience it. So we have a guy named Mikey something that tends to come in and join us from time to time. And Mikey's not here right now. He's not here today. But Mikey said that he filmed the firmament. And so I've been telling him, oh, Mikey, you've seen the firmament. Hey, come on up to the panel, man, and tell us all about it. Like, what did you film? Whether we believe it or not, I want to see it. I want to hear about it. But yeah, this place is getting stranger and stranger. And the more that they try to hide shit from us, it's a bad look. It's a bad look. There's land under all ocean.
Yeah. I hope. Certainly, I would hope
Saying,
so.
yeah. Swallow GE. What he's saying is that he remembers them putting a patch of ice there. Now, if you go there, it's just empty.
It's
It's
just
part of the
slush.
Arctic Sea.
Right now, it's just a slushy sea, and there used to
Yeah.
be forever ice with land underneath, or maybe not land underneath, but there used to be forever ice, right? And we all remember not Bill Gates, the the algorithm. What's his name? Al Gore.
Mm-hmm.
We all remember Al Gore talking about, oh, what if all the ice melts? Well, it has melted, and what's up now, Al Gore? Come on, what happened to your story? All the ice melted on the North Pole. It did, and there's no big fuzz, and but somehow still the polar bears.
That's actually a good point. That's
Dude,
actually
it's
a good
so
point.
weird.
But do you think the ice melted in the north? You think that ice is gone? And do you think that they'd really give us access to looking at? I don't know if I lost you.
No, you're just frozen.
Yeah. So do you think that they would give that to us in the north? Do you think that the ice actually melted? And do you think that they would actually give us this information in the north?
No, I think it's a similar big of a mystery as the South Pole.
Try to cut the cam and put it on again.
Okay. Can you guys got me?
Yeah, we hear you fine.
Let me try this real quick. Hold on. All right, there we go. Tried that real quick. Took that advice. Yeah. So yeah, I'm not buying that the snow just melted. What I do buy is that they're definitely hiding it.
Now you're just a black screen.
Yeah, they're hiding something. Even if we were to go or try to make an attempt to go, they wouldn't let us go. They wouldn't let us see it, no matter how much we protested or we tried to see it.
Yeah.
They wouldn't let us. Check your maps, okay? I will check. Let me check my favorite map that you guys love to hate. I'm gonna check my ArcGIS.
Well,
That's
there's no
my-
more.
Huh?
So Gene Splice says the ice has not melted. Well, there's no more ice mountains in the North Sea. You know, like on the North Pole or in the Arctic. No more icebergs, ice mountains. It's just a sheet that freezes over and slushes during summer. You know, it's a slushy ice sea, and then it's a frozen ice. So there's no more icebergs, nothing. It's just flat. Once again, it's weird. It's beyond weird, guys.
Yeah. So here is I'm gonna present it to y'all. Let me go ahead and let me close these things. Let me share with you guys this. Boom, 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 boom.
Nowadays,
so
but nowadays Greenland almost reaches the North Pole, right? That's like
yeah, it does.
And it didn't used to, not in my memory. It used to be up north, but not that far.
I don't remember. I just think they never told us. They never showed us those maps where it goes over the border.
Oh Lord, this thing is being so fucking stubborn. Search to look. Oh goddamn! You know what? I never should have put that other one. What a pain in the ass that thing could be sometimes. Hold on. Fucking ArcGIS, man, just being a pain in my behind.
What's going on with your camera there?
What's up?
It blacked out when you turned it on again. It's just black.
Yeah,
oh, there you are.
Yeah, did I disappear?
Yeah, you're back now.
Oh man, so now I'm back from outer space. Okay, let me get back to you guys. Let me share it here. Windows. Boom. Share. There it is. ArcGIS. Okay, you guys see it, right? United States. Okay, let's go here up. Ha! Big old black hole. You see that?
Yeah.
Look at that eyeball.
And then if you scroll in even further, it's got this craziness. See that?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like ice, does it?
No.
It looks like graphics, though.
Yeah, it looks like graphics and poorly done graphics.
Mm-hmm.
Like a circle diagram. Yeah.
Yeah. Where's Santa's home? Where's he making all those good toys?
Yeah.
Yep. See, and here's the crazy thing, man. Trying to explain trying to explain this to those people that I was on that chat with and stuff like that. They're like, see, you told you the earth is a globe. See, you wouldn't be able to do that on ArcGIS if it wasn't, or on Google Earth. And Google Earth shows you that the earth is a globe. That's their logic. These guys,
You got to give it to them, you know. You just got to say, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, and you know what? That used to be my thing. Like, you know what? You're right. I don't know how I didn't figure that out. I should have just looked at Google Earth, and that right there would have just told me, you're right. It's a ball. It's a ball. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm tripping. I've been tripping this whole time. Jesus. But these guys, you kind of give it to them piecemeal. Like, you're like, all right, well, it's not curving here, and it's not moving there, and it's not curving here. And they're like, so what are you saying? I'm like, well, I'm just saying it's not doing those things. So then they're like, but it's still a ball though. And I'm like, wow. Oh, Jesus. I don't know how I'm going to get out of this one. But that's basically trying to feed that to these people. They don't understand the significance. And that's, I think at the end of the day, they're so stubborn in remaining part of the globe. They don't understand the significance of what the alternative is going to present to them.
Yep. So they don't really care.
No, they don't care at all. They're like, why? They're like, why is this? Why is that? You a dumb Negro, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I was hearing that shit all night tonight. And I was like, man, and I was a dumb Negro. I'm white. I talk white. Everything else under the sun. But these them Negroes had it figured out, though. You know, it's a big old cue ball flying in space, doing Lord knows what. And then they were presenting to me all this NASA data, and then I had to show them the NASA data that shows based off of a flat, non-rotating Earth. And they were saying, oh, but it's assuming. I said, so if you fucking play football and you're practicing football, you're going to practice with a bunch of ballerinas? No, you're going to practice with equal or greater. So it doesn't make no sense. They were like, oh, that doesn't make no sense. I said, well, check this out. You're not going to practice. You're not going to demonstrate anything on something that doesn't exist. It doesn't make no sense. You're not going to provide, you're not going to make numbers to something that doesn't move, or something that doesn't turn, that's supposed to be turning. You'd make those numbers to fit this turning, this movement, this speed, this rotation. You'd make the numbers to fit that model. They're like, no, because it's too big. I'm like, oh. And so I was like, okay, so I was trying to give them everything. I was like, okay, so I'm up at 30,000 feet. They're like, and you didn't see curvature? I was like, no. They're like, because you won't see curvature at that height. And then I was like, then when will I see curvature? And they were like, oh, they couldn't give me that. And so then I was like, okay, so down on the ground, at some point I can measure curvature, correct? Can I measure curvature? Yes or no? They said, yes. I said, how would I go about doing that? Nobody really had a real answer. I was like, let me give you one. Okay, I can go on water. Water is supposed to be level. They were like, but level doesn't mean flat. And I'm like, yeah, they're like, level doesn't. Yeah, and I'm like, my God. I'm like, wow, level doesn't mean flat. I said, okay, all right, let's not use these words. Let's not split hairs. Fine. I'm telling you, these guys were something else. Basically, I said all that, and that's why I came on. I came on to say that there are people, a lot of people that are so sure that this place is doing all the things we know that it's not doing. And so I was in there by myself, pretty much on my own. I had another guy in there that was like, kind of like, yeah, just look at it, guys, pay attention. But they weren't having it. And I was a no good black person that tries to sound white. And Rachel's in the house, y'all. Rachel, what's happening?
Greetings.
All right. So I was a bad black person trying to be white. And I was like, all right, well, check it out, y'all. You got bodies of water out there. Go out there, do the demonstrations yourself. You're smart. You're more than capable of doing it. You will see for yourself that this place ain't turning and it ain't moving and doing all these crazy things. And I was like, but also, oh, this really set them. Ooh, This is the best part. Oh, this is the part on steroids. I said, your Bible. This will be your guide. I was like, take a look in the Bible. It'll show you. And then, man, I must have set somebody's house on fire because of all the those guys must have been vampires, because as soon as I showed to them the Bible, they lost their minds. They wasn't having any of it. And I was like, all right, cool. I love you guys. I'm gonna drop $5 in here. Thanks for having me on. Peace. So I wish them the best. But all that to say, guys, they're out there. They're out there. But it's okay, man. Just stand on your square. Provide the evidence. Give them the evidence. It's okay. You're gonna have a lot of people shitting on you. And it is what it is, man. One person will listen, and then they can then preach to the rest of the guys. What's up, Rachel?
What's up, Vara?
Yeah, I'm here too, by the way, Vlad.
Vara, I said what's up to you too, Vara.
No, you didn't.
Oh, my bad, Vara. I apologize. Vara,
Damn
what's
it.
good?
What is this disrespect towards
Oh
your
no.
guests?
Oh man, my bad. But we got Rachel in the house too. Rachel is rather silent. Okay.
What's up, Rage?
You might have to like press the unmute button. I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
Rachel, you are not muted. I don't have you muted. Rachel, hold on. Let me see something. I'm gonna mute you real quick. Now I'm gonna unmute you. You're unmuted, Rachel.
There we go, I think. Or was that your mic?
Rachel.
Oh.
Yeah, well, there's some new people here. For me,
Yeah.
I never met Dojo or Boy
Hey,
before.
Vara.
Guys,
No, I didn't scare Brenda away. I annoyed the hell out of Brenda, and then I kicked her out. I gave Brenda that annoying vibe because Brenda does be doing that shit to us. So I wanted Brenda to get a taste of her own medicine. Because Brenda be doing that shit to us, be trolling us, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna troll Brenda right back.
you said Brenda's 66 years old.
Yeah, Brenda said she's 66.
Wow, man, that's amazing. I got props
Yeah.
for Brenda for that, man.
Yeah, Brenda is a student. You guys see Professor Phil Bell. Professor Phil Bell is a physics. If I'm mistaken, Professor Phil, correct me, please. But Professor Phil Tell, Jesus. Professor Phil Bell is also a physics professor and a chemistry professor. So Brenda is taking physics lessons from Professor Phil Bell.
Okay,
So-
am I on now?
Yes, Rachel, what's happening?
You can hear me?
Brenda. Is that
You
you,
can-
Brenda?
Oh my God.
Brenda,
Can you
is
hear-
that you? You fucking with us, man?
No, I'm the other trans person on Earth.
Oh. Wait,
You can
it's
hear me?
Okay, yeah, we
Yeah.
can hear you, Rachel. Okay,
Oh,
you're
this
not
is-
Brenda.
This is the first time I'm on a stream, so I don't know how to do it. So
Oh, no. It's pretty easy. Just don't hit that you see that mic in the top right of your thing? Don't hit that because that'll mute you.
okay, how's the levels?
Oh no, you
Good.
sound
It's
fine.
good.
You sound good.
Oh, okay, because I'm on the laptop. I'm not on my good mic. I'm on the laptop mic.
Oh, okay, yeah, man. Yeah, no, you're
Yeah.
straight. You sound clean.
Okay, cool.
It's going
thanks.
through very well.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, man. Oh, no, it's Rachel, not Brenda. Okay, good. All right. Yeah, man. So what's happening with you, Rach?
Yeah, I probably missed a lot of the show, but I know you guys don't want to talk about it anymore. But the final experiment thing.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
I'm just
All
gonna
right.
I'm
Go
just
ahead.
gonna sum it up. I'm not gonna drone on about it. But Brenda, if you're still here, I actually was the first person demanding to see a passport, and so you could bitch at me. But it didn't really matter to most of flat earthers if they went or not, because we kind of already knew there was going to be a 24-hour sun. And we knew it was a setup for a hit piece to make flat earth look stupid. And then judging by the actions of Jaron and Austin while they were there and upon their return, they know damn so they might have not faked it going there, but maybe they did. But the thing is, their actions when they were there and upon their return was so sketch that it invited all the,
The craziness.
all the craziness, speculation,
Mhm.
and the vape thing. Austin faking the vaping to show his breath, I mean, I don't know how it's colder in Hartford, Connecticut than it is in fucking Antarctica. Like
Yeah,
at any time. You know what I mean?
Rachel, that's the question a lot of us had. And to be called stupid because we're asking legitimate questions. Because here's the thing, a lot of us I've never been to Antarctica. Maybe you have. I don't know if you
No,
have.
no.
But normal people don't go to Antarctica. We just don't. And so we know that it's mad cold, or that's what we're told. I mean, we also have weather updates that we could go off of, but we also have precipitation as well. Not just the weather, how hot it is, how cold it is, when the sun up is coming, the sun down, but we have the dew point. So it lets us know, hey, this time, this is what the dew percentage is going to be, or the precipitation. Based off of what the precipitation levels were at that time, they should have seen some kind of breath. We're being told, oh, it's too cold, it's too dry. And I'm like, you could still see it based off of what the dew point says that it is. I'm not making it up because it said Union Glaciers. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't. Lord have mercy. I really go ahead, Brenda. Rachel.
Put it this way: it's they were told to bring like shitloads of clothes, right? They had like special clothes. They had to be like, ridiculous like
Yes,
amounts
and
of
they couldn't
clothes,
have.
or they would like take off their gloves and just fucking instantly die, right?
Man,
we were told that since we were kids, we were told the Antarctica is so fucking brutal. You take like one breath and your lungs explode, right?
yeah, like they'll freeze up on you or some shit. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, and since they, in preparation for them to go with all the preparation they needed, the last thing anybody expected would be for them to be in a t-shirt with no gloves, just like hanging out. Like, how would that make sense? So the Antarctica people, the Union Glacier people, so they didn't know it wasn't going to be fucking cold?
Man, well, apparently Jaron did, because Jaron looked like he was decked out. He looked like he went for war.
Yeah, well, Jaron is like, first of all, Jaron likes to sell it. So he was trying to sell it more, oh, it's so cold. You guys are idiots. You don't have gloves on. I'm not going to be the one that gets frostbite. Remember he was saying all that shit?
Mm-hmm.
He's like, oh, when you have frostbite, I'm going to laugh at you guys. And all that. It was just so sketch that it invited like total doubt, 100%.
Yes.
And
none of
us, we said the whole trip was completely pointless.
Yeah, there was a lot of that too. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I look at it like I'm not upset, but of course everyone's like let down because I've been following Jaron, probably like 10 years almost, and I gave him money. I was a Patreon for $25 a month for a long time, and with a lot of truthers, and it's just. It's a letdown because Jaron, Sargent, Eric Dubé,
David Weiss.
Weiss came in a little later. But what Weiss saw an opportunity. He saw an opportunity, and he's like, I met Dave Weiss like 5 times. I was like 5 things with him, 5 meetups and stuff, and Flatoktoberfest.
Are you out there by Connecticut or something?
I'm in Hartford.
Okay, that's what's up. Okay.
Yeah, I'm from New York. I've been up here for almost 4 years. But
I was down by Meriden a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, that's a little bit south.
Yep.
Yeah. I never thought I'd be here, but hey, whatever. Up till now, I came up here for some concerts, and like usually the furthest I would go would be like Norwalk in Connecticut. Because I don't know. And well, Weiss wasn't like one of the originals, but he came in a little later.
Right.
I just have to go by people's backstory and their actions and what I think their motives are, and we have to, and it leads to an outcome. And with with Jaron, his backstory was like he was working at he was working at a pharmacy in California, and then
Right.
CVS bought the chain,
Right.
bought the store,
Longs.
part of like a CVS to make
Yeah.
it part of CVS. He didn't like the way CVS was run. So he's just like, oh, fuck this. I'm out of here. So he quit, right? So he had no job and he's married. I don't think he had a kid yet. And then he
Right.
said so he quit CVS. So he had like this moment in time, like this epiphany. He's like, I have to reset my life and my brain and my values. So he's like, so he's saying, so he's going through stuff. And then his backstory was his wife said, oh, do you think the earth could be flat? And that started his whole thing.
Oh. Okay.
I don't think that's believable. Do you think his wife would be like, hey, do you think the earth could be flat?
And why
And
would
then
he care so much about it then? Yeah.
Usually, I was married 14 years,
Yeah.
back before transition. And there's no way on earth. Anything I said, I was an idiot anyway, right? To my
Mhm.
wife, like to anybody's wife, like you're an idiot, right? To your wife. So there's no way, it's more like he would say, hey, Missa or Missy, do you think the earth is flat? And she would be like, shut up, you're an idiot. That's like a much more believable situation
Right.
than his wife saying, hey, do you think the earth could be flat? And then that started his whole shit. And then he didn't have another job. So this whole time he was making money off YouTube, Flat Earth.
And
So-
he had a
so
pretty
for
big
10
following too.
Yes, so for 10 years that's his full-time income for a family, because now he has 2 kids, right?
Yes, something like that. Yep.
So now his full-time income to support a wife and 2 kids, he just threw it away. Because he doesn't have flat Earth videos anymore, right? He said he's out of it. So he's either going to join the Glober, he's either going to join the Glober cult and make
Mhm.
money off that. Maybe he knows there's more in bashing flat Earth, because he signed a contract and he accepted the terms of the contract, knowing he's walking into something that's going to be a hit piece. So
Yes.
he had to get paid.
I was
big.
going to say, and so he knows that there was the bag at the end of the tunnel waiting on him.
Another reason why I doubted that they went was because the price. Because didn't Duffy send 10 people?
Around there, yes. It was a 10 or 8 or something like that.
So like
No,
over
it was
$300,000.
It was 3 flat earthers and 12 Globers, right?
So more than 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he paid-
So I heard him talk about a discount price too.
Yeah, but then Saab called and said that they don't do discounts.
Yep.
That's right.
Remember that?
That's right. Yep. That's right.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, but hey, this is not how you get a discount. You say, well, oh, that's the price. Okay, but is there a discount? This is not how you deal business. This is not how you get a discount.
Right.
You don't ask for a discount. That's not how you do it. It's
Yeah,
not
but-
proof of
but-
there being no way able to get a discount.
I ask for military discounts for everything. If I'm buying a house, can I get a military discount? If I'm buying shoes, y'all got that military discount. If I'm getting my sideburns done, because I ain't got shit up here now. It's a bunch of bad grass up here. Y'all, you got military discount for these sideburns. So I asked for it. I sound like a total little crybaby, but whatever.
no, well, it
Go ahead,
pops
yeah.
up a lot. It says like,
Well, if it
are you
works.
military? I get that. You do
Yeah.
get discounts. Actually, now I'm going to be 61 in March, so I could get a senior discount.
Really?
Believe it or not, on some places. Yeah. So I just don't think, money doesn't come like that. So it's like, I don't care how much money you have. I used to have a moving company in Manhattan. I dealt with like close to billionaires. I moved and crazy. I moved crazy fine art. I, moved stuff from the Hamptons to Christie's and Greenwich, all that. I dealt with the richest people in Manhattan, and they're the cheapest bitches that you could ever imagine. They're so tight with money. So people throwing like $350,000, $400,000 around, like for what? And Duffy thought that we were all assholes and jerks, right? And insane and retards. He said that, right? Basically. So
Well,
what are you going to
Sharon
spend?
said that for sure.
Are you gonna spend like $400,000 on something you think is a joke?
No, and that's what I asked him during my interview on here. I said, dude, what is your benefit? Because I don't know any businessman, Pastor Duffy, and that's how he gets through to you. He pretends to be a man of God and not a man of money, right? And so I was like, so where is this money? Where are you going to make your money? He's
Hey,
like, oh, I
guys,
just,
come on.
yeah,
Are we
he's
gonna
like,
believe this guy for real? I mean, he looks like
yeah,
a snake. He acts like a snake. He sounds like a snake.
He's
And
very shifty.
so
yeah,
why do you take him for
Yeah.
real? Why do we actually grant him the right to take him serious?
well, the thing is, I wanted to give him,
Everybody keeps doing this when the signs have been there from the start that it's a
yeah,
deceiver, a liar, and he even says that he thinks that the Bible allows him to lie and to deceive.
yes.
We should not be talking about this man at all.
No, but didn't he come out with that video about
No, this is what
deception's
I'm
okay?
saying.
Like 2
We
days
should
after they
not
got
be
back.
talking about this man at
Mhm.
all because he doesn't deserve it. But
Yeah.
everybody still gets their panties in a hose and like, oh, we knew that he was a deceiver right from the start. And
Yeah, he's shifty.
so what are we all whining about still?
Yeah, like my thing is, I'm ready to move on to the north. What's happening up top,
Right?
man?
Yeah.
Shit, I don't care about this damn bullshit ass experiment. That
Yep.
at the end of the day, like I said, man, it was their lack of effort. My biggest takeaway from it was like, that's all you could do. It's like guys, say there was a way to go to the moon. Let's say there was, and I went to the moon. I would come back with so much shit. I'd be like, guys, especially if they said, hey, Vlad, you can bring back as much bullshit as you want, a zillion pounds worth of shit. I'd be like, well, I'll bring back a zillion pounds worth of moon stuff, whatever that is, right? If they had a souvenir shop up there, I'd come back with a moon shirt. Hey, first black dude on the moon kind of shirt, anything, right? Rocks, pebbles, whatever, dust. Be like, hey, man, this is moon stuff. I got a 5,000 pounds of it. I want to give some to everybody because this is exciting. Like, and the experiments that I ran over there and the footage that I captured over there, guys, the smells that I experience, it's unlike anything that I experienced. We didn't get that. We didn't get that with these guys. We didn't get any level of effort of them being there. And one of the excuses that I heard was that, well, you know, we thought that the guys of the globe, they were going to do it. And I'm like, oh, so you're leaving this job, this task to a bunch of people you know we can't trust. I don't know why you're trusting them to do the proper job that you're supposed to do. Why do you entrust them to do it, right? And so, like, with me, I was just disgusted with their lack of going out there to do a good job. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else is more upset with everything else, you know, Vape Gate, Mountain Gate, you know, Shoe Print Gate, Was I There Gate, Passport Gate, so many fucking gates. It's unbelievable, man. But my thing was level of effort. And I'm like, you know, you guys didn't put forth any effort. Shows me you don't care about your viewers. You don't care about this. You don't care about learning a little something. And you really don't give a fuck about the flat earth. So why am I even giving you guys any credence? Like, why am I giving you guys any love? Why am I doing like what you said, Rachel, giving these guys money? You know, this guy came on, said, hey, to view the 5 hours of footage that I had, you got to go past the paywall and you got to watch my shit. And I'm like, really, motherfucker? You went out there, did nothing, and you got 5 hours worth of stuff, and you're going to charge your viewers that you owe so much to, you're going to charge them money just to watch something that they should be watching for free. And I was like, you're no good, man. Nothing, there's nothing good about you. And whether they were being deceitful or not, they just didn't give a fuck about the people that were putting so much credit into what it was they were doing. And I thought, you know, when you have a channel and you have people that are watching you for the truth, you're there to deliver the truth. You're not there to do a show. I'm not there to fucking put music on to entertain you guys. Yes, is it a form of entertainment? Sure. but our job is the fucking truth. And if you can't deliver on the truth, you have no business being in this fucking community. Go to the Globe, go suck on their dick, go suck their dick, go fuck with those guys. Don't come over here fucking with us, man, because we're all about business. Or at least I think we are. You know what I'm saying?
Go back and play with balls.
Yeah, go suck their fucking dick, man. Don't come over here bullshitting with us, man. We're short on time. We're not down with the bullshit. See, we got a person, you 61 years old. So I don't think you're going to live another 61 years. I hope you do, Rachel. But I don't think you are. You ain't got time for that bullshit, man. Brenda's 66. Professor Bell is 800 years old. Professor Bell, you know, he ain't got another 800 years. So we ain't got time for this bullshit, man. So when they
I'll be 61 in March. I'm not 61 yet, but pretty damn close.
Well,
But,
yeah, well, you get that senior discount, so that counts.
Yes, I don't have a chick in ShopRite, or she's like, oh, you can get it, you know, on Tuesdays you get a discount. She couldn't believe how old I was, you know. She's like, oh shit, I thought you were like 40s, you know. But the whole thing is those guys, you know, Austin and Jaron, they came back really acting like the returning astronauts. No effort. Absolutely, they actually looked annoyed. They actually looked annoyed while they were there. So this is supposed to be like the biggest thing in their life. It's like the final experiment. This is like supposed to be a big turning point in like everyone's, you know, well, to them, that's what they claim, right? But you know, they just absolutely couldn't be fucking bothered to do anything.
Yeah.
And there's only one reason for that. It's because they knew the outcome. They signed something. They signed non-disclosure agreements, just like all this bullshit. They always do NDAs, right? So I got shit for saying that they definitely signed an NDA and got paid. I got like shit for that. I'm just like, so who
it's
really
reality?
Who really wants to go to Antarctica? What did they do? There was snow, and the first thing I saw most of the streams like while they were happening, and I said, "Is that like that snow looks raked?" You see the lines in the snow?
Yes.
You know, like if you go to like Rockaway Beach or something and Jones Beach, and
you
know, that thing goes over the sand and it like combs the sand, makes a nice.
I was thinking the same thing, but it in the back of my mind. So,
and then I found out that you could ride bikes. So I'm like, oh, they rake the snow to ride bikes. So how come you're going to spend $35,000 to go ride a bike on rake snow and go to the gift shop and get a fucking coffee mug?
Yeah.
Like, is there any other reason to go? Because who's going there to prove flat Earth? Nobody's going there. So all these assholes, they got enough income and regular customers to have, you know, trips to Antarctica, but there's nothing to do there. Like what would be I mean, if I had the money, I'd pay my car off. I just got a new car. So the whole thing is, why would anyone go to Antarctica to ride a bike on rake snow? There's nothing there. There's fucking nothing there.
Yeah.
So and this was sketchy. This was very sketchy. At the same exact time they were there, on Facebook, Jay Weinberg, the former drummer of Slipknot, and he's the son of Max Weinberg, who used to be the drummer for Conan O'Brien's show, and he's the drummer for Bruce Springsteen.
Right.
He's the son, Jay Weinberg. He was in Antarctica at the exact same time. And and I follow him on Facebook. So he's like, you know, he did the reels, the videos. He's like, oh, check me out. I'm in Antarctica. And he's like cross-country skiing. And I'm just like, there's a lot better skiing in the world. Like the French Alps, you know, and like Aspen.
The Poconos.
Yeah, anywhere. Why are you going to go to Antarctica? And cross-country skiing, isn't that just flat? You're just like speed walking on snow.
It's almost like slalom or something like that.
Why do you have to go to Antarctica like that? And also, he got fired from Slipknot. So he didn't. He actually didn't have a. You know, he doesn't have an income. Like I don't think he joined another band yet. I'm not sure.
Damn.
I don't think he did.
There. He was out there
He wasn't
that outcome.
He wasn't a founding member of. Not that I'm a Slipknot fan. I don't really like that. But you know, he wasn't getting like a songwriter royalties from the band. He was like a hired gun. So he's not like dripping with money.
Right.
You know? So he gets fired from Slipknot and his like, oh yeah, you know what? I always wanted to go cross-country skiing in fucking Antarctica. It's just so sketch. It's so sketchy. So I think for some stupid reason that there was some other bullshit going on behind the scenes why they had to go at that time.
But
Right.
There's
Rachel, I hear what you're saying, and there's so much iffy and sketchy about it. But what does it benefit any of us
That's right.
to think about these loose ends that we get and that we might discover? Oh, more loose ends to this. Where does it get us?
I think here's the thing, isn't it? Can we prove definitively that it was fake?
Do you want to? I mean, do you really want to?
I don't.
No, here's the point. If we can't prove it, then what's the point? Again, I'm agreeing with you. If we can't prove
Okay.
it, then there's no point in talking about it anymore. It's been a month.
I know. I'm just saying, like, it doesn't really matter if they went or not. The outcome was they betrayed the people. They betrayed us for money, and now they're out of flat Earth, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And then
The whole thing, they actually caved to pressure worse than I thought. As soon as they came back, Austin's getting on, he's getting on shows drunk and slurring and saying, like, swearing on the Bible and all this bullshit. It's just so, like, so these are your actions. So, and the result is you came back calling all of us, Jaron's actually calling us a cult.
Yeah. Yep. You know what? Hey, here's the thing. Excuse me. With him saying that and doing that, watch out. Anybody could do a false flag, anything, and then they could write up a manifesto, be like, yeah, so I robbed the bank and I destroyed fucking the Statue of Liberty because all you guys suck. By the way, the earth is flat. And it's like, oh shit, here we go. The false flag fucking craziness. And then the eyes are going to be on us. And anybody believing in a flat earth or thinking that you know how it is. You know the fucking drill. We've seen it.
That's the key word here. Like within the debating communities that I'm on in Telegram, all the Globers, they're starting to use that catchword, that key phrase, cult.
The cult. Yep.
That's what they're doing now. So they're going to start like connecting the word cult to flat Earth.
Yes.
And then so we have to actively fight this by actually going back onto the attack and just say, hey, look, the globe Earth view is the one that is cultist, not flat Earth, because you guys are the ones that are believing in something without evidence, just based upon like what people are saying. And then so, yeah, I think we have to get back onto the attack, because if this word cult gets associated with us, it's going to stick.
Yes.
Well, yeah, they do that to terms. They do that to words. Like they did the same thing with woke, right? We woke guys actually used to be
woke. We're actually woke.
Used to be a truther word.
Yes.
We're awake. We're awake. We're awake.
Yeah, I only use awake.
We know what the fuck is going on, right? But they spun it, and they're just like, oh, so they put some memes of like, all right, I'm a trans woman. I'm the real thing, okay? And post-op, full surgery, everything, right? So a trans woman isn't a guy with a full beard on in a dress on like a red carpet. They're trying to fuck everything up. They try to throw everything together. So they put some blue-haired person, right? And they're just like, oh, in a ridiculous outfit, and they're like, oh, that's trans. So it's just like, oh, if you're woke, that means you support. The word support is misused because when people say, I support trans people, right? So I'm just like, or like, I don't support trans people. So I'm just like, well, what do you actually mean? Because are you paying my bills? Did you pay for my surgery? I paid all my surgeries in Bangkok. I paid everything out of pocket, right? So you're using the wrong word. You're like, I agree or disagree. But they can't say, I agree with you or I disagree with you, because that's very aggressive. That's confrontational. So they say, I don't, no, it's really, I don't approve of, I fucked it up. I don't approve of you. That's what they really mean. But they're like, I don't agree with, I don't hate you, Rachel. I just don't agree with you. So like, what are you saying? So you don't agree that I'm a woman? So what you're really saying is you don't approve of me saying I'm a woman. You're not saying I agree, but the whole,
how did this turn into your story again?
No, I'm just saying with words, how they spun it, with the word woke, right?
Yeah.
So they spun it. So they're also doing what they're doing now, if you've noticed, is they're equating flat earthers with Trump supporters.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So,
Yup.
so they're trying to say like, oh,
Yup.
so conspiracy, like flat Earth is like so fucking ridiculous, right? But so flat Earth. So now we say LA
White
is on
supremacists.
fire, like on purpose because they're gonna build a smart city. Oh, you're a conspiracy theorist. You must be a Trump supporter.
Yeah,
That's what I'm hearing now. You're a
Yeah,
conspiracy theorist. You must be a Trump supporter.
white supremacists. Where flat earthers. Oh, you a flat earther? It sounds like you're a white supremacist too, and you voted for Trump. And let me guess, you didn't get the shot, did you? Like, oh my.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, you're right.
God.
Yeah, so they're
These
they're
people.
blending it all together, and they're trying to make it just cut and dry. They're trying to make it like you either 100% believe the media, or you're a wingnut Trump supporter. Because
Yeah.
Trump was handed the script, and Elon Musk was handed the script to act like conspiracy theory. So
Yeah,
now
it's-
we're getting like lumped right into that, and like
Yeah.
this is the last thing I'm going to say about
Mhm.
fucking the final experiment, right? So they weren't even back yet, and I saw their face everywhere on YouTube.
Yeah. And then the news getting their names, and Australia news. For all you guys in Australia, all you guys, I know Dojo lives in Australia. All you guys that live down under and everything else, look at Harmon over there fucking laid up and shit. What's happening, Harmon?
How you doing?
Harmon, I've never seen Harmon get up and like move himself. Harmon just lit.
You don't need to with you call for your food. You do everything. I just need to put a toilet in this.
Harmon
Harmon's
just
looking
like
like
integrated.
Harmon looking like an otter right now. You can
Yeah,
use
he
your
just
belly as a
integrated
table.
into
Oh,
that
I got the
motherfucker.
towel on there. Yeah.
Harmon is just integrated into that motherfucker.
Hey, but who said I look like an otter? I definitely put my food right here, and that's my table.
Yeah, right.
I swear to
He got
God.
himself a little bib. He got himself a little bib.
Yeah,
to
that's
catch
what he
his
used them
fucking
for.
Crumbs and shit. Look at him. He's
I
like,
bet
yeah.
that lamp on the left is also a shower head.
No,
Yeah, right.
it's an actual lamp. I was gonna say, have you seen? Let me see what I do. Have you seen Fescuic films?
Fescuic. It sounds familiar, but no.
Well, they did a lot. They're professionals, flat earthers. They make movies and documentaries and stuff.
Fezziak, yes.
Yeah.
Vladimir Fezziak.
Did you? I don't know if it's Vladimir.
Yeah, and he's got a lazy eye.
Maybe it's David.
No, Fezziak.
Well,
And he made a movie called recently, like last year, he made a movie.
here, watch that link right there. It's 3 minutes long. Are you into the shadow thing, the shadow gate, or you believe that's okay?
Shadow Gate.
Yeah, well, on the Antarctic.
There's been so many of them. Like
I know, but
Yeah.
the shadows. I mean, so many of them. Like in 2017, if that video I sent you that you said you're going to post on your channel, but you didn't. But it's okay.
What are
And
you talking about, man?
I've been looking. I've been looking every day for it.
Harmon, you give me so much stuff so fast, and I'm like, I can't even wrap my mind around it, bro.
It's okay. I'm giving you a hard time. Watch this.
All right, so here we go. We got this. All right, Harmon. Oh, I got it. My bad. Let me go ahead and play it.
Was the most silliest one to me. What do you see, Sarah? You see that?
My coffee cup. Let's see here.
It's two different angles of
wow.
the light.
Yeah, I see it.
What?
I think it means that God has planted two suns in Antarctica.
Shut up.
Makes sense.
Okay, so they're saying the implication is that the light source is too close, and it would showcase that the shadows that way.
Oh, wow.
Divert.
You know, they're showing you that that's what it does for real.
However, me and Sarah went out and we shot this.
Okay.
Me and my fancy sweatpants.
That's different.
So
No,
stopping at this right here. If
Okay, what are you guys saying? What's going on?
That's
before he even
different.
watches it,
That's
he's judging it.
perspective.
That's what you
No,
guys
no,
did with the trip.
no. I'm just saying that's perspective, isn't it? It's different when the shadows are coming the other way.
Watch what happens. Let them finish. Okay,
Okay.
be patient.
All right. Okay.
Commentate.
It's good to see you.
Hello, everyone. By the way,
Luke, what's happening? It's good to see you, bro. And Harmon, what's happening? Okay, let's play.
The light was coming like this. They were going in different directions in this perspective. That means there'd be multiple lights on set, and that would prove that it was on a set and it was fake, like they did in the moon landing, where they had multiple different directions in this perspective. However, when you go the other way, it doesn't prove that. It just showcases a local sun.
See, that's what the thing
By the way,
is.
it was a
What
really
they're
cool
showing
day
is the light is
yesterday, as you
local.
can tell.
Only a local sun will do that. They're showing so that flat Earth thing they did out in Antarctica proved the sun was local because it's just how the shadows act. And watch them finish this. It's really cool. I remember learning this back in 17 with Antonio and my perspective, Rory Cooper. They were teaching this big time. That shadows divergent with the sun. Like if there's a rail, like let's say 50 poles in a row, and they're like 10 feet apart, and you look at the shadow when the sun, you'll see at the end they cross each other sometimes.
Really?
Yeah, you just got to pay attention to the shadows.
Okay, let me continue.
You can hear that wind. I should have been wearing a coat.
So look, there it is. There's like divergent sun.
Yes.
Shadows.
Yes.
It's all perspective, and I think we need to consider that before we go out and make videos like this. So yeah, there it is. There's Sarah, and I'm gonna get her to walk.
Okay, so stay there and then walk across to your right that way.
There she goes. She's walking across.
That way, all the way.
Watch what that shadow
There's
does.
my catwalk.
Wow, look
goes
at that.
even with
That's
the pole.
a huge shadow change.
That's fine. You did good.
Let's play that on repeat.
Let's play that on repeat. They're so funny.
Just walk
Here we go.
across all the way to our car.
Be careful. People are going to start calling you a shill and an agent if you don't stick
Oh
to
wow,
the
my
theories
shadow
that
did
people are
something
putting out
really
there.
weird.
There it is. Look at that. That's diverse. That's crazy shadow, but it's because where the source is. It's a local source. It doesn't mean it's in the studio. It means that our sun is local on this flat plane.
Good job, Sarah.
I thought you'd like that.
That's
Let's
pretty
play it
damn
again
dope.
just so that all the spectators out there just
Look at this.
Yeah, just look at that. That's crazy.
Zoom. Wow.
And you can do that tomorrow. Walk outside and do it tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
think I'm gonna do that. It's cold as fuck outside, homie.
Oh, it's like 68 here.
Shit. Man, I wish I was here, there, instead of over here and cold
So
as hell.
panel, did you like that?
yeah, it's good.
Yes.
What about you, boy?
No, I'm like, did we really need a video to explain to us how perspective works? Come on.
That's
Some of
it's
us-
divergent, not perspective. It's divergent shadows
Divergent
from
shadow.
a local light.
A ton of people in the flat Earth movement need that.
I was gonna say.
It's perspective, period.
Dude, when he changed, he said this
One
one's
word.
perspective, and the other
One
word he
word.
said is
No,
divergent.
one
Oh,
word. No,
boy.
one
You know,
word.
I think it's bedtime in Denmark.
Who's
Oh,
lying in
I
bed?
know.
Who's lying in bed?
No, Denmark. It's like what is it? 6 o'clock in the morning? 7 o'clock?
Time to get up.
It's time to go to bed for you. You stay up all night.
No, I don't. I wake up at 4 a.m, dude.
God dang.
I'm messing with you, boy.
No, but truly, it's just perspective, right?
No, the perspective was when he walked to the side while she held still. The divergent shadows is when she walks.
Yeah, it's perspective, dude.
Okay, it's perspective. Oh, you're happy. You just
All
saw,
right,
he just explained it. He makes movies. He does all this stuff. That's not the Vlad guy you're talking about, is it?
Black
Ironwork?
guy.
Huh?
Black guy. What black guy?
I said Vlad. It's not that Vlad
Oh,
guy.
Vlad. No. That's not him.
Yeah.
No, that's another one. My bad. Yeah. Alan Nostrin says it's 6 o'clock in the morning almost.
Who said I better stop the shit? What was that going on?
Alan is looking on a clock that's not,
Oh, okay. He
following,
corrected it.
time.
6:57.
Yeah, he's
Hey,
still in
Maria.
summer time, I think.
Okay, he's
whatever.
on. You said he's on hammer time. What'd you say?
Nah, he's just on the wrong clock. He didn't change the 1 hour.
Okay. Yeah, man. So, family, shit, it's damn 1 a.m. right now. My black ass is about to go turn up in the shower so I could get my black ass to sleep. Y'all hear me? So,
Oh yeah.
so yeah, man, I really appreciate y'all joining us tonight. Really wanted to get into that tomorrow. Look, come back tomorrow because I'm gonna be doing this again tomorrow. At around 7:30. Does 7:30 work for you guys?
It's all good for
At
me.
night, 7.
Oh,
seven
real
o'clock.
quick, that
The
guy's
earlier the
channel right
better.
there that I just showed you, that's just a clip from he did a 40-minute video of all the things that people were thinking weren't, trying to say it's fake.
Okay. That's the whole
I wanna-
purpose of him doing that.
I want to add something. I
Yeah,
want
go
to add
ahead.
something to what Harmon's saying as well. It's sort of along the same lines. Is that people keep asking if the 24-hour sun was real, why would they need to fake it? Because what the problem is, if there is a 24-hour sun there, the way it's spinning, like we know down in the south, it's coming up from the south, setting to the south. It's going in an anti-clockwise direction.
Yes.
With those observations, the sun should be circling around the Tropic of Capricorn. So what it does is it debunks that globe model. The heliocentric model is rubbish, and it shows that. So that's why if they go down there when they should be going down there a bit later in December, and they see the 24-hour sun and the filming's beautiful, and they do a live stream, people are going to say, okay, well, that doesn't work with heliocentrism. The sun's supposed to be that way. It's coming from that way.
Exactly. That's what I was saying. You understand what I'm saying? Doesn't matter what it's
is.
circling or not, but it means it's close, and it just blows their model out of the water.
Mm-hmm. And
Remember
it's
Vlad?
strange. Yeah, no, I totally remember. And that's the
Vlad?
thing is, I remember. And then you asked your pops, where it was traveling, and he said it came in from into the southeast, and it's setting in the southwest. And I was like, that's weird as fuck. That's weird, and I never expected that.
So I said, now do you know why we doubt the heliocentric model? Now do you know why we, so it's caused him to question the globe because of that. So it's got nothing to do with we know it's flat, but what it does is ironically disproves the globe, or their model at least,
Mm-hmm.
So they go down there, they do shoddy work. It gets us all talking about it. If they went down and did brilliant work, totally legit, that's what we'd be focusing on. We'd be focusing on a 24-hour sun. Doesn't mean the Earth's not flat, but their model is out the window.
Yes.
Oh, that's one thing. That's a good point. Jaron said, well, I'm going to go down there, and if I see the 24-hour sun, well, all that means is we're going to have to, go back to the drawing board and think about other theories, other concepts about about the flat Earth. But he said that he was trying to say that that's not going to prove flat Earth. It's not going to prove the globe, but it's just not going to prove the model, the flat Earth model.
Right.
So
right.
he was giving us the impression that he was still going to continue with flat Earth when he came back if he saw the 24-hour sun. Instead, he came back. Instead, he came back screaming, kicking, calling us retards, and saying that flat Earth was a cult. And he actually said there's no proof of flat Earth. So he completely contradicted himself. That's just the last thing that you reminded me when you said that. So yeah.
Yeah, and now if we need to look at the Gleason's map, because that's what everybody's going off of, then I have no problem taking a look at it again, because it seems as if the Gleason's map works in the northern hemisphere. So anything above the equator, the Gleason map works like a champ. But then once you start going in the opposite direction, even the freaking whatchamacallit points in the opposite direction. You know what I'm saying? It points southwards. It points down. It points away from Polaris. Excuse me. As soon as you start to use a sundial, the big fin, the gnomon, points in the south. It doesn't even point up north anymore. So these things I find telling. These things I totally find interesting, and they I think they need a disc. These things we need to talk about more, right? Why it's doing that. And I think Joe Hanvey making an attempt at a model, I think that's cool, right? Trying to show why it works the way it does, I think that's cool. Trying your hand at it, whether it works or not, at least we're trying to replicate it. Here's the thing. Nobody knows what the fucking sun is. And so I'm a little bit annoyed that I came on. So Justin Johnson, from what I've seen on the, okay, it's the most accurate. All right. Like I said, it works perfect. It works perfect in the Northern Hemisphere.
Go ahead.
My thing is with the sun going in an anti-arcing direction. I'm like, it's confusing me. It's throwing me off. You understand? So go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to answer Maria in there. Maria, yeah, that documentary you're talking about with Dave, it came out about a month ago. It's on their channel too. The one I'm talking about, the Antarctic stuff, and they're not vested in Dave. Dave was part of their documentary before, you know, they know what was going on and how things are acting. I mean, things change. So 7 days ago, they put out a video. It's a 38-minute video that shows you all these things that people were calling this gate, this gate, this gate, and they were showing how it works making movies and stuff. They're very, you know, that's what they do. They're film people. They're camera people. That's their profession. Anyway, so then Maria, so yeah, you say they're invested with David Weiss. They asked him to be in the documentary with him, and he did. So I don't know what to say about that.
Yeah, man, this is interesting. This
Look
whole
at
thing.
her. Of course they are, Harmon. Oh my gosh.
And Melodome crew are Globers now. You know that?
Say
What's
what?
that? Oh, big time. But you know, he's being real hateful. He's being real hateful about it too. You know, just go and be the globe you want to be. Don't be sitting there putting out videos against flat earthers every day.
Yeah, it's almost getting like the Warriors. There's like little gangs in flat Earth.
Yeah, it's
like
and I
fucking
knew
Melodome.
Yeah.
Globebusters.
I tell you what, I knew this was going to happen. Like, I really didn't want the fragmenting to go down, but it did. And it's like, damn, man, I really didn't want us to lose our way. But you know what? It was bound to happen. You've got flat earthers that, you know, believe that the earth is rising. You've got flat earthers that, you know, sun 24 and then sun non 24. And I'm like, oh, Lord have mercy. Well, the good news is that we still know that the earth is flat.
And since I've never seen it this divided, really. Yeah, I really haven't.
There's only one reason that could be.
Tell me, because it's
Money.
growing too big or something?
No,
Yes.
money. They see that there's more money in dissing flat Earth.
Yes.
So they're going
I
that way.
disagree because I've seen it from the flat Earth side, and I'm going to get hella yet again. I'm seeing Eddie Alencar go like a madman in a way I think he shouldn't. I think it hurts what he says, and is probably sincere about trying to support biblical cosmology. I think one thing that's beautiful about flat Earth is that it has brought so many atheists to the Creator, to God, to the Bible. Many more, like myself, who had left the faith, that came back to it. There's a lot of that. I think what he does now is he's throwing up this wall saying, if you don't agree 100%, if you suspect at all, even as much as or as little as Vlad just said, questioning anything that goes against that map, he will put out a video, say that you are Antichrist. He has been going that far into it. He blocked me for questioning him on simply saying that he was wrong when he said that that his prediction came true about Jaron. No, his prediction was that Jaron would go to be a Glober. That may come, as Rachel has said, but he has not yet. And so, as I keep on saying, people are going too far. Rory, you think, called me was been calling a lot of people names. He said, come on, are you going to go on live with me? I said I would. He's ignoring me. He put out his last thing about this whole thing about 360 cameras. He is so far off. There's more in that. I'm making a video now, several videos. I'm really slow to do it because I like to put more into it. I'm putting one together on Kingdom of Context on Sean and the censorship on his. I want to put one together on Flatzoid and how dishonest he's been. I want to put one together talking about what I just said about Eddie. I think that maybe it's silly to say my role, but I feel like I want to speak up and do that. People want to call that dividing. I think these people are really, really screwing stuff up. And what pisses me off and is so sad is so many people cheer them on. One thing I've done is I've taken screenshots of every single comment, like on Sean's and on Rory's post on his video, and everybody's, oh man, this is awesome, this is brilliant. You watch that video, there are some parts of it, like if you stop and look at you're looking at, it's extremely deceptive on many ways. And I will prove that. I mean, extremely deceptive. That I'm no longer thinking it could
Wow,
be
that's about the
accidental.
Christians. They rant forever.
And you know, it wasn't until like when we were doing the whole thing. Remember when it showed McToon walking around with his phone sideways like this, talking on it, walking, and then he was blending in with the tripods.
Yeah,
and how
that was
people
called an
swore.
agent in the shill.
Yeah, and I
And
was
we got
like,
the high
oh,
res, and it's like
like I
okay,
was
y'all-
looking at it, and I was like, maybe we just need to take another look, because my thing is, I don't want to be caught trying to claim positivity and being caught with my pants down and being wrong, flat out wrong.
Well, I
Swearing
watched
up and
you.
down.
I watched you when you saw it in better quality and higher
Yes.
definition. It's so easy. He was right in front of it the whole time.
Yeah, and so it's like we need things like that. We just need to take another look before we claim any expertise in anything. We have to, because this is a whole total different freaking ball of yarn we're dealing with here. You know what I'm saying? This is a place we've never been to. The sun looks freaking weird. As soon as it reaches its peak, it turns into a football, or it turns into a sandwich. And as soon as it drops to its lowest peak, it turns into a sandwich again. And while it climbs, it turns into an orb. So the whole thing just looks strange. Okay. My thing is, now I want to see a filtered sun, right? And I also want to see a moon. I want to see a moon as well. Right.
That video I gave you on the two moons, he explains in there about the morphine and the anomalies in the South. He said that back in 2017.
Wow.
But you guys don't listen to what he's saying in the video, and you just I don't know how to make people.
Well, I gotta see it, and I gotta see it, and I gotta see it again, and I gotta see it so I could understand it, because this is based off of what I think I know and what I'm seeing. They're not clicking, so I have to see it a few times in order to properly get it.
Well, I don't know what I'm seeing either. I'm just saying, listen to what he says about the anomalies in the South. They've been telling everybody since 17 and 16. They have, and just I don't know why it came to this head. I don't know. I don't understand it, and I don't know why Sarah G and Maria are saying "wake up" to me and stuff. What did I say? It was wrong. I don't know.
Yeah, they ain't having none of that, boy. They getting mad now. Don't get mad, y'all.
Well, are you guys in the boat that it's completely fake in the Antarctic? Right now, I haven't seen enough evidence to show it's fake.
Okay, Roger.
There's a good video yesterday, Harmon, that I saw, that shows that there was a link. You know, if it's one of these surround studios,
are they showing that they had a seam? The one with the seam.
Where they linked up where there'd have to be some sort of a seam where the images are linked up, and then they took it down and fudged over it to cover it up,
and they smeared it. I saw, and a 360 camera has to have a seam. It's not seamless.
Oh, the image shouldn't.
And so they took it down and tried to smudge where they couldn't see the seam. But you can still see the seam if you. I looked at that video like 10 times. I could not see no seam. Well, once you see it, you can't unsee it. I go, well, I looked at it like Vlad said. I looked at it 5 times yesterday, and I couldn't see no damn seam. But they showed a little twitch. They showed that little where the one tripod twitches where they seamed it in on a 360 camera. Get a 360 camera, go on and YouTube and just study 360 cameras and see what they have to do. They used to be called panoramic cameras, if you remember, Vlad, when they first came out, and you had to stitch it all together. I imagine that's what a 360 camera is. It's not they don't call it panoramic anymore.
Yeah, I've seen these 360 cameras look crazy. They look pretty damn dope how they work.
Yeah, Rory is so deceptive on that, and it would be one thing if he got it wrong, but he's doubling, tripling, quadrupling down on that.
Who's that?
Because Rory, the guy, it's now you think. It used to be my perspective, and I used to like the guy. Now I'm like thinking.
What has he done lately? I haven't watched. Did he do something?
Well, so what he's been pushing lately in a few videos, and he comes out calling people. I'm trying to think what word he called me. The same thing. He's just calling everybody a clown and some other word, like just. And so he's pushing this idea that we don't see parallax from the 360 camera. And then he comes up with this 3D renderings, but he's very deceptive with the 3D renderings, because those 3D models that he has in the software he uses could very, very easily show the perspective of the camera. You're trying to tell us what that camera does. Instead, he shows it from a distance. He everything moves around. He's got it where the 360 camera
I saw it.
model, behind that table, and then all of a sudden it jumps and starts moving around the table, telling you don't see. It makes no sense.
Then he tries to say, the people would be invisible if they're moving so fast. You wouldn't be able to see it because of the time lapse. It would be not there.
Well, he calls it a hyperlapse. So
it's something
he's
I can't remember.
So he starts out this video. So I'm going through it again now, and he tries to explain what a hyperlapse is. So a hyperlapse is when you get a camera, say you have a GoPro on your chest, and you start walking through downtown area, just for an example, and you shoot it at a time lapse. So you're shooting the frame every however many seconds you want to do it, and then you play that back. That's a hyperlapse. When the camera is moving relative to the earth below you, it would be just a time lapse if you set it on a tripod. Now he's trying to distort things in our minds. He knows better that it's all of a sudden a hyperlapse because when it's on a tripod, because the earth is moving below it. So he calls a 360 camera stationary on a tripod a hyperlapse. That would make by that reasoning, means every single camera shooting a time lapse is now a hyperlapse, and time lapse doesn't exist.
He's already gone in. He's trying confirmation bias. He's already got his mind made up, and so he's trying to make it work to where it goes to how his mind's already made up instead of just going to see what's happening.
Yeah,
and am I right?
Yeah, exactly.
I think there's a lot of that.
360 camera too. So that, like you were just saying about stitching it together, a 360 camera, you could take any frame from that, and as I recommended in the comment on his videos, you can go. Anybody that wants to do this, just go type in 360 video on YouTube, and you'll find a ton of them. And if you've never done it before, just go on and pause it in a frame. If you're on a computer, you can put your mouse and click on the screen and just drag it around, and you could drag around to see all 360 around you. If you're doing it on your phone, you can just move the phone as if you're standing there and moving around, or on your phone, you can also touch the screen and drag it around.
Oh, so you can actually turn around with the phone on that app and it turns with you?
Just on YouTube. You don't need any app. Just on YouTube.
No, I'm saying on your phone though.
Yeah, on your phone.
I didn't know that. That's cool.
YouTube video 360, and then you can just stand around and move it. And so that'll prove you right there. He's sitting there telling us how.
And what did he call you?
There's thousands. What did he call me? I don't know. I mean, I've got all the screenshots of everything, but it's just he's just going off on everybody, calling them bad names, even when you come in good faith, like I did, just trying to have a conversation. And then
he's supposed to be a hardcore Christian, just like you.
Yeah. And then he was like telling me to grow some balls and come live with him. So
well, he's
like,
changed.
Right, let's go live. Oh, he has changed hardcore. So
yeah, the last time I really listened to him was back in 2017.
Oh yeah, I used to listen to him then too. I used to download his videos, and now I'm like wondering, should I go back and listen to some of these? Was that maybe not?
Well, he was doing artist perspectives then. It was not like trying to make it he was doing because he's an artist. Everybody don't know Rory Cooper. He's an artist in South Africa. He shows how to paint. He shows how Da Vinci did it, how they did this, and how they get lighting and shadowing. He was teaching all that at the beginning.
Yeah.
But this camera stuff, I don't know what you. I feel bad for you. You know that he did that.
Oh, I mean, it's really sad, and I mean, if he supposedly knows all these all these cameras and stuff, that he should know better. That
all right.
So anyway, where I was going with that, if anybody else listening, if you want to do that, I recommend. If you want to see how one works, and you can prove to yourself instantly, all these people that have nothing to do with flat Earth, and they're not faking their 360 video, there is no parallax. What you will see. So, for example, hypothetically, if you pull up somebody and you're standing in the middle of a bunch of pillars. Obviously, there's going to be things blocked by those pillars. You can sit there and turn around in that 360 view, and nothing will change that's blocked. You're not going to see any more, any less from behind any of those pillars because it's one frame that you're scrolling through. And whether you turn that into 24 frames a second, 30 frames a second, it doesn't change it because the camera physically doesn't move.
Okay. Hey, we're stepping on Vlad's time. Vlad, thank you so much.
We always do that. Vlad, trying to get out of here. Long ago.
Vlad, thank you so much. I'm out of here.
Yeah, no doubt.
Thanks,
I
Vlad.
appreciate
Thanks,
y'all.
everybody.
Thanks for coming. Harmon, hey, listen. ABC says, Harmon, I got a nice girl for you. You need to come send me an email. I got a nice girl for you. That's what Angela Baby Crosby.
Well, she said send it on her. She said send it on to her channel and a chat. So yeah. I might not. You know, most likely I lean towards not.
Yeah. Her name is Shamika. She worked as a bus driver. She's retired right now.
If she's a dealer at one of the casinos here, if she's a dealer at one of the casinos, then you might have a chance.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I'm still the only flat Earth model that we got.
You know. And
all right. Good night, guys.
All right, family. Y'all have a good night. Good have a good night, Armin.
Good show.
And family, yo, I appreciate y'all for coming out, man. Yo, thanks for coming out. Chopping it up with me at such short notice. Don't forget to hit that like. Don't forget to hit that share button and all that. But definitely, I'm going to be joining everybody tomorrow at 7:30 at 19:30, 7:30 Eastern Standard Time tomorrow for True Earth Tuesday. I will be here. If I'm not here, right. If I'm not there, I'm square. I wasn't going to say if I'm not here, I'm queer. That would offend somebody. Or
Hey, nothing wrong with that either, man.
But I'm going to be here tomorrow, so I'm good for it. Either way, family, thank you. I wish y'all nothing but the best. Health, wealth, love, joy, prosperity, most of all, wisdom. And with that, family, I love you. I'm out. Peace.
Peace.